Kirby's Dreamland is a 1992 third-party developed platforming video game developed by HAL Laboratory and published by Nintendo for the Game Boy handheld video game console. It was first released in Japan, later in the Americas. It is both the first video game in the Kirby series and the debut of the Kirby character. In the story, you'll join Kirby, who's after the gluttonous King DDD, who has stolen all of the food from the inhabitants of Dreamland. Like many of the games in its era, the player can accumulate points, with an extra life granted that the player has enough points. However, Kirby doesn't have a save function, scores are not recorded. Also, there are no save files. The player has to start all over again when the Game Boy is turned off, and if the player chooses to return to the title screen after a game over, or if the player resets the game, yup, you guessed it, you're starting all over again. In the beginning, Kirby was a dummy character that the developers used until they found a more sophisticated character for their games. This game holds much nostalgia to me, because it reminds me of the days when my brother didn't want to let me play his Game Boy. Kirby was a great game, and it brings back many memories. Many good memories. The truth is, I was a sucker for this game, and it became one of the best sellers for Nintendo. If it wasn't for titles like this, who knows where Nintendo would be now. In conclusion, if you were a 90s kid like me, and you want to relive those days, go right ahead and pop in Kirby's Dreamland. It's a breath of fresh air for guys like me, to remember those days, to remember that big brother who didn't want to let you play his Game Boy. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Dave.